It's something that, the kind of establishment, has started to realize is going on. They've also realized that it isn't as centered on, Silicon Roundabout as some of the other consumery type stuff. We're much more scattered. There are some fintech guys that are around here. There are people that are in the city proper. There's us and a couple other people like Cashflow that are down in Bankside. I actually did buy siliconse1.co.uk as a joke. And there are people in Canary Wharf. So Level 39 is doing a great job at setting up, some kind of fintech presence in Canary Wharf. And so you're starting to see the press realizing what's going on. The Prime Minister's office has actually realized, and they've been starting to do functions that kind of say, look, this is an area of tech where, London is not an also ran. London is the capital of the world for this type of stuff. There is a natural gravitational pull here that we should exploit.
Is London the best in fintech?
Yes.
You can honestly say that, and that's not because you're vested interest. And that's not because you maybe are one of the better technology companies. It is better than New York.
It's absolutely. I think it's a better environment. So just as a story, when we were getting going in 2009, we had an offer. I'm not sure how serious it was from the VC firm that had backed my first startup to drop what we were doing and get on planes to San Francisco. And by the time we landed, we would have a bank account open. We would have money coming in. We would have visas sorted. We would have desks and phones and everything if we would start Open Gamma in Silicon Valley. And we said no. Right. And then when Excel came on board, they sat us down. They said, look, we're a global firm. We have no problem investing anywhere in the world. Where do you want Open Gamma to be? Right. Because anywhere in the world that you want it, if you want it in New York, if you want it in Chicago, if you want it in Hong Kong, if you want it in Dubai, anywhere that you want it, we can make this happen. And we said, no, London. And we said, why? Which is, we have the talent that understands capital markets better than anyone else. We have a natural kind of gravitational well for tech talent Europe-wide. And we have a fantastic time zone. You can, from London, you've got overlap. You're at the office. You can be at the office or be on a phone call with Sydney or Tokyo or Hong Kong or Singapore. And you've got a good amount of overlap with Chicago and New York at the end of the day.
Yeah, for foreign exchange markets, it was always perfect because, you come in the morning and it's Asia, and you go home at night and it's New York. So, well, how far is New York behind? Or is New York a close second? Or in your mind, where does it rank when it comes to London?
I think, interestingly, if you take a look at fintech across America, Open Gamma is a capital markets company, right? Like we don't do anything for retail at all. If you don't work for ICAP or a hedge fund or an investment bank or a pension fund or a clearinghouse or something like that, you're not really going to get any utility out of it. You're just wasting your time. You're better just using Excel because it's a better tool for the job. So in capital markets, New York is second, but we're actually seeing some more interesting stuff happening in Asia that are targeting problems that are specific to the Asian market. One of the things that's interesting about the US, though, in the retail and consumer side, the stuff that typical people might understand that don't work in the industry, is that it's a lot more scattered than it is in Europe. Square is not. Square's in Portland or like Pacific Northwest. Simple's up in Pacific Northwest. You've got people doing payment stuff in all manner of random places. You're not seeing as much of a concentration in New York.
They're not selling to banks, so they don't need to be in the banking centers. Okay.